I'm back. So, I am laying this way because I'm just in a pensive mood right now. I don't know, like, I feel I'm in a mood. Um, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. All right, and I told y'all like I had some news the last time about when I was talking about the no call, no show, dude. Okay, so I feel bad even saying this out loud, but I think I've been on here enough, I've had enough time to talk about my career enough to know, like, or to say this where, I don't know, it may not sound too surprising, but I feel like I need to change. I don't know if teaching is what I want to do anymore. And it's not the kids, it's not the administration, it's none of that. It's just not the same anymore. It like teaching is not, and I know it's because of COVID and all, but it's still just, it started being like, I guess the last 5 years I've been feeling this way, and it's just got progressively worse as the years have gone on. And then this year, definitely, has just made it even more intense in that regard. It's like the way that the education system is just taking my whole love for teaching away. It's like I can't do the same things I used to be able to do with my students. It's like I can't teach the same way. And I don't have that drive and desire that I used to have, like the care that I had for my students, the motivation. It's just not there. And it's sad because I saw one of my students today at the doctor's office, and it was like she saw me and she was like, were you at Cleveland? I said, yeah, and so she was like, I think you're my teacher. I was like, I was, and I remember her, and she was just as sweet as could be. I just couldn't understand why she was dating a guy that she actually has a kid by, but she's married to somebody else and they have 2 kids. And and even with that, I remember her. I remember, that class. I remember everything about it. And I just remember those times were so fun to me. Like, I really enjoy teaching so much. And when I talked to her today, it really made me sad because I just don't have that experience with students. I don't have that connection with them anymore. I just don't feel it anymore. I don't know. And it's depressing because I've always wanted to be a teacher. It's what I always wanted to do. So, when they ask you, like, when you're 5, when you're graduating kindergarten, what do you want to be when you grow up? My answer was to be a teacher and a mom. I told my sister she couldn't be a teacher. Or a mom. I can't remember what I told her to be, but I didn't want her to say the same thing I said. But and then she's a teacher now and a mom like me. She always follows everything I do. She does everything I do. She just wants to be me. But I don't know. So, having said all that, this is what I decided to do, and it just kind of like exploded in my face, and in a bad way. So I was bored one day. I was contemplating my life as always, and I was just like, I don't know if I can do this teaching thing. I was kind of stressed out. I was sad actually that day because I got an email from an administrator about the students' mask. Some of the kids in my class had their mask like down over their nose. I just felt like there were so many things going on in the class at that time that you could have like commented on, and it wasn't it's like, it, I was addressing the kids that were online at home, while the kids in the class were already working on things. It was just, it wasn't a good time for me. And I was like, so what do you suggest we do? And she was like, follow the discipline plan. And I was like, but it wasn't really addressed on the list, on the discipline plan either. And it just, so I don't know. Like, I felt like out of all the things that could have been mentioned, could have been like, oh, what was your lesson today? Oh, they look like they were doing whatever. That was good. That was, they're not killing each other right now. So, yeah, there was that. So that day, I was not feeling teaching at all. I was just like, over it. I'm done. So I get online, and I don't even know why I was thinking this. But I was like, I really wouldn't mind doing like voiceovers, for commercials or books or just radio or something like that. Like, I was thinking in that lines. And so I started looking online and everything. And then I saw some things saying, auditions for, looking for actors and models and, in this area, and they were listing like different movies. And I saw Stranger Things. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Just different things like that. And I was like, let me see. I don't know. What can I do? So I just applied. They were like, you get a call, whatever, and then they'll interview you. You have to do an audition and stuff. And I didn't even know the company's name. I didn't even look, I was just like, just fill out the little questionnaire thing. And I get a call, and this girl's like, hey, we saw your whatever. If you're still interested, there's audition. Here's the script. You're to read. She's like, you can memorize it or you not. Just, know it enough to be able to say it, in this audition. It was virtual. So I was like, cool. So it was like a commercial script for like a Wii Fit or something. And it was funny because it was like, so me, like just the way it was written, because it was about like how I've tried everything, and I've made every excuse in the book when it comes to like exercising and stuff. And so I just thought, it was really, I don't know, it just fit me and my personality. So so we get on the Zoom call, and I'm thinking it's just gonna be me and like maybe 5 people, that are gonna be on the panel. Y'all, it was like 25 people, maybe, in the Zoom meeting to audition at the same time. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And the lady's like, we're going to begin here in a minute. And she's kind of saying the role. And there's kids, and there's adults, there's teenagers, everybody, right? And I was just like, so I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? So I was like, oh my gosh, we're all going to have the same daggone script, And I was like, dang it, what if they're better than I am? Or dang it, this is crazy. Like, so all kinds of thoughts in my head. You see all types of people, people who are like model. And I'm like, I'm not a model. Like, I'm not even that even... but I see people who look like they could be models. They look like they can be like legit actors and actresses, comedians, like, just everything. And so, and you can see the little kids, and you're like, oh, okay, they could be like those child stars on Disney and Nickelodeon or something like that. So everybody had to do their line from whatever. So everybody got pretty much a different script. Some people had the same ones. There was a couple, like maybe 5 might have had the same. It was just me and one other person that had the same one I had. So and so yeah, like they asked you questions like how old you were. I think, yeah, well, they really asked like the younger people, and then they asked if this is what you want to do. They gave you like a ABC list of like where were you on a scale of like are you an A beginner? No, are you like, what was it? A would be like professional, like you have like your own headshots, and you had some like little things under your belt and stuff like that. A B is like a beginner, basically. And a C is just like, you're not really interested. You're kind of just in there because, you're bored, or you just like, I can't think of the name. I couldn't think of all the stuff, but whatever. You just, it's not really what you want to do. Blah. So they ask you like all these different questions. Do you have time for this? Like for me, like what was my reason to do this? And just a little bit about myself. Where was I from? And I kind of mentioned like I was just kind of over teaching right now. I was just looking for a change, and I have always been interested in entertainment industry. I wanted to get into modeling when I was younger, but I was super shy, and I just wasn't confident. You gotta have a level of confidence in yourself, like, and that was something like they really are like trying to teach or preach about. They kept saying like, you gotta, even if you are a beginner, you gotta act like you've been doing this forever, and so it was interesting, doing the interviews. I thought it was cool, just seeing everybody and stuff, and, everybody was nervous, so it was like, and it was cool. So at the end, she was like, okay, so everybody unmute at this point. I'm going to give you some instructions from this one point on. And I was like, oh, so what's going to happen? Like, how are they going to do this? So she gave the instructions, and she's like, she start calling people on their name. So-and-so, yes. Hey, all right, so within an hour, you're going to get a call from somebody, whether yay or nay. We're interested, so just stay by your phone. Thank you for, you did a great job. So she was calling people one by one like that. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, or whatever. So I was like, dang, she's going to give us the whole, y'all didn't make it, like, group. Because it came down to about 8 of us or whatever, right? And then she was like, okay, you guys, have you made this far? You guys made it to the second interview. And I was like, what? So it's John Casablanca's centers. They've been there a long time. They have a sister company, which is actually a branch from them. That was started by John Casablanca, was Elite Models, and so they have like, legitimate, agency here. And so basically, because you're a beginner, like if I was like not a beginner, like the process would be different. If I had some stuff under my belt, but because I'm like, this is something like brand new to me. Like I had to take like some classes, like some acting classes and some like modeling, like runway, and just how to eat on script, start eat on camera and do commercial stuff and just different things like that. Before they like sign you into their agency and then start setting you up for auditions and whatnot to represent you. So I had a second interview, and a guy, he really liked me and stuff like that. And, and I was like, I just feel like I'm too old for this. I just feel like this is like, I'm not small, I'm not super skinny. I don't, I'm not that runway model. And, I don't know. I just don't know. I got like so just insecure about it. And, he was like, I really feel like this. He said, if Maria, I can't think of her last name. He goes, if she didn't see something in you, she wouldn't have chosen you. He goes, she doesn't choose everybody, so please don't take it like they take everybody, because they don't. She was like, there's a need for all types of people. They're looking for fresh faces. They're looking for a particular, look, and they were like, look that you have. And so, but yeah, I was like, okay, so I had my first class like last week. I was supposed to have one yesterday, but I had to reschedule because of the girls and stuff. But yeah, so my first class was just like an introduction to the curriculum and everything that's going to be covered. And then like the lady, and we went through like one runway walk and stuff. And I was like, I'm not real comfortable with that, but it's like, she was cool. So it didn't make it, I didn't feel like, I felt out of sorts a little bit, but not that bad, saying like everybody was kind of like new. And then like this next one, I'm really excited about this next class. It said that you have to like create your own commercial, and like 30-second commercial, and then a 1-minute monologue. So I'm really excited about that, because like I love doing monologues, because I'm teach English, right? So your English teacher, ELA, you teach some branches of like theater and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm excited about it, and so we'll see what happens and everything. Your girl could become famous one day and then like forget about teaching. Yes, that would be a dream. I'm not even gonna lie to you at this point. But so the things that COVID has created is like, it's incredible. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted on it. And, me and dude are good and everything. He's kicked the ex out. Well, he's given her a timeline to leave, and everything like that. So finally, that's like a whole other story. But, he's making strides, trying to stay like, he can't be nice forever. You know what I mean? Can't help somebody, who's just taking advantage of you. So there's that. But I'll let you know more about that later. But I just wanted to let you know that your girl, she's trying to be a star. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I'll stop there. Until next time. Peace.